Hi everybody, Jeri Bellini here from Recycle Parts for Art with today's shop update. And what you're seeing in front of you is 2.5 pounds of broken jewelry. And I have a lot of broken jewelry and I must downsize. So I just scooped out a few handfuls and it is about 2.5 pounds. It is broken earrings, it is broken necklaces, it is all kinds of odds and ends. And when I say broken, I mean it's pieces of things. So maybe that one earring, there's some plastic, there's some metal, there's some vintage, some stones might be missing, etc. so on. I love this stuff, but I have about 25 trays of this, and I've been collecting it for many years. I would buy it by the bagfuls at an auction, and yeah, it is time to part with some of it. So there's some interesting pieces in here, and I said it's about 2.5 pounds, so look for that in the Etsy shop. The next item is vintage yo-yos. And I have 2 lots of those. There's almost 60 pieces in each lot. And these are unusual yo-yos because they are rather large. And let's see, and they're all different sizes. And some of them are made with feed sacks, and some of them are made with polyesters. And they just are like random all over the place. And this one is, for example, 2.5 inches. And this one is a little bigger than that. Okay, let's look at this one. This one is 3 inches. So they're all different sizes, all different fabrics. As I said, there's about, I think it's 58 of them actually, to be exact. So I have two separate lots of these. And then they're gone. I have a lot more yo-yos. I just haven't gotten to them yet. So these are going in the Etsy shop. All right, the next thing is I have a bunch of autograph date books kind of things, and we're going to start with this one, 1938, from Fidelity and Deposit Company in New Jersey, and it is a day book. And it, let's see, it has a little bit of writing, but not hardly anything. Let's see, it's here and there, it's a little bit. It would make a really cute, journal with all this blank pages, blank space. And the paper's nice. All right, so that's 1938. And I'm not giving them in any particular order here. So this is a budget book, and this is vinyl, and I'm going to guess this is from around the 60s. I'm not really sure, but it's got 10 envelopes in here, and they're tied in with this string, and I just thought the bright yellow was just really kind of cute. So there you have that. Here's an autograph book. And this autograph book is completely empty and has no date in it at all. It does say Taiwan on the back. I don't know what that means, but it's a cute little autograph book. And it's got colored paper. It's got colored paper in it, as do most of the autograph books. And it's a nice thick copy paper. And there you have that one. The next one is my personal favorite because it's green. It's like a leather, I never know if this is leather or vinyl or pleather or what. So I'm going to call it, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it green. And it's got a gold embossing. It's embossed with the words autographs on it and memories, class of blank. There is no date in here, and the person who owned it wrote on it going in this direction for the first few pages. And there are some pages missing. they were pulled out. Just here, just these two in the front, okay? The rest of the book is empty. Again, the colored paper, and there's the back. I didn't want to try to remove that. I'm sure that would come off with some Goo Gone. It looks like it was a piece of tape stuck there. All right, this one is wooden autographs, and it is held together with this piece of leather that is glued down a little bit, and it's got copper hinges. Back is the same thing, and it was strung. Actually, it's not glued down. I thought it was. It is not. So you probably could open it up and remove the pages and put new pages in.
Very full.
Up.
You have.
Sorry about that. Anyway, it's got some nice writing in there. It looks like it's in a pen, maybe a fountain pen, and it is from 1944. I'm sorry if I didn't say that. One of my kids was Marco Poloing me. All right, this one I really like very much too. It is a brown leather, and it does say the word autograph on here, but you really can't see it. So it must have been, at one point, it must have been gold and maybe rubbed off. But you can feel it. And this one is held together with a string in the same fashion that the wooden one is, and so I'm sure you could open that up. And the back, you know. Let's see what's inside. To keep my friends is my delight, so in this book I pray you'll write. And this one's from 1935. Laura May Gaskill it belonged to. And lots of blank pages, but lots of writing. Writing is in pencil and in fountain pen, it looks like. Yeah, that definitely looks like a fountain pen. And pencil. Would make a really nice altered book. Make a nice quote book, actually. I could see it be a quote book. All right. A diary. Yeah, this diary is very interesting. It is from 1944, and it's got a weather vane on the front. You probably can't see that. It's got a weather vane on the front with a rooster, and it says daily reminders. And it's got the calendar in the front, and the paper is aged. It's very nice paper. I don't know if you can see that it's got some color to it, some aged color to it. It doesn't have a lot of writing in it. Now I just saw a page here. Oh, and this one is keeping track of when Bill, Bill left for the camp house at 2 p.m. It's keeping track of Bill. Bill went off to Lancaster. Bill and Tom went off to Lancaster. Bill came home. Telephone call from Bill. And then it was letters. I saw some letters. Bill called me from Camp Wheeler with birthday greetings. So somebody must have been crazy about Bill and keeping track. Oh, here it is. Letter from Bill. Anyway, it's just really a neat diary. It is a little funky, fumpered along the edge. And it does feel like it is leather. But, yeah, it's interesting. It's a neat book. So there you have that one. The next thing I have is a pile of maps. And let's open one up. You're not going to be able to see the whole thing, obviously, because the screen's too small. All right, it's a geological survey map. That's what I was looking for. Geological survey map, it says right there. And these are pretty cool maps. This one's from Maryland, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. A topographic map. And it is got a lot of markings for rivers and mountains or ground or whatever, and it's green. It's got some pink markings and some blue markings. and they are really cool. And I have a lot of maps, and I am not sure how I will list these. These are folded. There's about a dozen of them here. Let's take a look at this one, because it looks different. It still says it's a geological survey, topographic and geologic, okay. And then this one is from Lemoyne Quadrangle, Pennsylvania, 7.5 minutes here. I don't know what this stuff means, to be honest with you, but it's nice paper, and I thought it would make an interesting collage or cover for a book, or inside pages for a book, or envelopes. You know, you can make altered envelopes, all kinds of stuff that you do with paper. I thought these maps would be pretty cool. So look for those in the Etsy shop. Alrighty, this one you may or may not, you may have a little distaste for it, or you may not, and it is bullets. And I just like metal, and so I'm attracted to anything metal, including these bullets. And I have decided to sell these bullets by weight. So let me show you. This is a ½ pound, and this is how I'm going to sell them. I'm just going to scoop them. So just for you to get an idea of what a ½ pound is, that's a ½ pound. So I'm just going to scoop them, put them in baggies, and call it macaroni, like my friend Elizabeth says. And they're all different sizes. Brass, and I don't know what this is. Maybe nickel? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about bullets. I do know people poke holes in them. They drill holes in them and they use them for jewelry. I've seen them where they flatten them. Here's one that's almost flattened. Where they flatten them and then put a hole there and put a jump ring on it and make charms for charm bracelet. I think that would look awesome. So that's a ½ pound. All right, this is not something that I would normally carry in my Etsy shop. This is part of my destashing to downsize, and it will be in the destash folder in my Etsy shop. And it is raffia, and it is this ribbon that I used tons of it when I made tags and business cards for my art stuff that I sold at art shows, etc. And as I recall, I had to buy X amount of it, and so I have like so much of it, and so this has to go. I'm going to sell this as one lot. There's 3 purples and 2 olive greens, beautiful colors. Look for that in the destash section. All right, I have 2 more books. I have this one is a shorthand dictionary. I've never seen anything like it. It's pretty sweet. The inside could use a little bit of TLC, but it's still holding together very nicely. The spine looks good. Everything looks good. The back looks great. And it has, it's really interesting. It has like an index along the side. I don't know if you can see that. But it's got an index. So you would go to a letter. Okay, let's go to C. And there's the shorthand, and there's the words. And I really don't know what it all means. But I found it to be fascinating. So, yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. And does it say how many pages? It says 320 pages. So there's that. And it's like an indigo blue. It's a denim-y color. It's really pretty. All right, this is a ledger. And I'm not really sure what the age is of this. 1974. Here you go, 1974. And it is in pretty much pristine condition. It's in really good condition. It's got that leather kind of look and the burgundy with the burgundy corners. All right, let's take a look at the inside. It has 152 pages. It's very nice paper, and it's mostly empty, except for here. Okay, so it is the first. Boy, imagine that. Somebody actually went from front to back and did the pages. Most of the books that I find, there's a couple writings on this page, then you skip about 20 pages and there's more writings back there. It's crazy. They didn't do that with this. The writing is just up front and it's in pen. Excuse me. Betty. All right. So you see, it's nice. Very nice. All right, look for that. Oh, and it's a smaller ledger too. It's like not like the ones I'm used to are really long and narrow. So this one is 8 inches wide by 10.5 inches long. And it is about 3/4 of an inch thick. Yeah, sweet. Well, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my little shop update, and I hope you have a blessed day full of love and recycled art, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.